a good looking bandana. We're recording again. That's a good looking
Oh,
bandana.
already, man? I was gonna smoke first.
Oh no. All right, shit. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Let's let's talk about what we're gonna talk about before we record it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So
we don't have to get into details, we just, plot stories that we're gonna
you were telling me
subjects, I should say.
Well, before we talk, everybody, what's up again? This is the Rolling Pin Podcast. I got Jbino back on the line. Again, somebody who was on one of my former episodes. Now he's back to share his disgust for the WWE as of right now. Some things he likes, some things he doesn't like, some things. But we're here to hear Jbino's thoughts on, what's currently going wrong with the WWE. What needs to be changed, man? Like, what would you like to see changed? You know what I mean? Because there's some people out there who probably feel the same way as you. We need to make sure they
There's got to be, bro.
Yeah.
There's some lack of authenticity. Authenticity.
Yeah, you got it. Everybody knows what you meant.
Authenticity, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the actual pronunciation, right?
That's the word of the day.
Authenticity, yeah. No, that's not how you say it. You say it for me.
Authenticity.
Is that the right word?
That's it. That's right. Keeping it real.
Shit ain't authentic no more. All right,
yeah, that's it. I feel you. That's it. I got you.
It just seems all right, listen. And now it just seems like it's like, all right, we accept that it's fake.
Why would
blah, blah, blah. But
why would you say that?
There's still got to be that link between that makes you feel like you're watching an actual battle. I feel like WWE lacks that AEW is actually somewhat doing.
I got you. I like going back to the authentic piece. One wrestler I do like, just to add a little sunshine to the rain. I like Roman Reigns' story though with this whole tribal chief situation because he's taking that family shit a little seriously. Like if I met him in real life, I'd be like, he probably would really be like on some head of the table shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean. I like that he's a heel now. I think that was the best move for him. I like that head of the table shit. Some people don't like it, but I think that's an alright idea. If he could he just needs a little bit more personality.
Yeah, it gets no realer.
He kind of talk like a robot sometimes. I feel like.
Well, that's why he got Paul Heyman there for real to kind of balance.
Well, he needs The Rock for real. Like he needs some lessons from his cousin. It's his cousin, right?
Yeah, he got a family. You know what I mean? It's a tribe of them from like the islands.
Usos and all them. They all related, aren't they?
Yeah, Rikishi.
Even the Usos got more personality than Reigns. I think
like. Similar to the Undertaker, though, I feel like Reigns don't need that personality for his character because Undertaker didn't have that much of he had a great character though, as far as like
that's the thing.
But it was very like introverted. It wasn't like all like flamboyant. You know what I mean? And I think that's good for Roman Reigns because he has to be perceived as like somebody who's not on joke time. To even include having somebody there to like really. Sit there and talk for him and co-sign on him and do all the minion shit. You know what I mean? He needs a minion, a henchman.
It seems like anyone Paul Heyman backs up is like someone that doesn't know how to rock the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar, he wasn't really great on the mic.
But they're great performers. He backs up great performers.
They're great athletes,
right?
Is what it is. And they just need someone to come up like Suplex City. I'm sure Brock didn't come up with that. Like, you know what I mean? But that was a great gimmick. That was great.
You think Brock Lesnar coming back or no?
Yeah, he ain't going back to UFC. He could be getting his ass whooped. He gonna have to go back to WWE. It's over for his ass. That's about all he can do now.
If he does come back though, like who do you see like
Yo, what's his name? Oh man.
Like who's he going after first?
In what, WWE or UFC? Because I like
WWE. No, this ain't the UFC channel. This is the WWE channel. If Brock Lesnar did,
I'm just saying, he gets his ass whooped right now if he fought some of them boys. But WWE, he gotta go right after. He gotta go right after Roman Reigns. Let's go. Paul Heyman rivalry.
Are you saying
you see, homie? Let's go. I'm a boy, Like that's what you should do.
if he does return by WrestleMania, he might come back after. I don't know. He might let all that settle. I don't know. You think he's gonna come back
Well,
between
this
in that
also
time?
depends on who Edge picks too.
That's true.
He ain't gonna beat McIntyre. I think McIntyre should hold that belt for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I like McIntyre. I even like that little Claymore kick. I think it's quick, it's unique, and it looks pretty cool. So I like that.
Claymore kick is definitely fire.
But I also think someone should bring back the Razor's Edge. That was my favorite finisher of all time.
Yeah. Who do you think? Do you think Kevin Owens' finisher, Stone Cold Stunner, bringing that back? You think that's like? You think it suits him?
Man,
I know that you be
he's gonna have to execute it. He's gonna have to execute it cleaner than that because he just looks sloppy when he's doing it.
I like Fight Owens. I like Kevin Owens. I like his whole personality for real. That's somebody I could definitely get behind. I can see him being a legend for real. Like
I think if he does like what Braun Strowman did and got in like real good shape, and then if he could be a little more athletic in the ring, like he just needs to make it look cleaner. That Stone Cold Stunner, like about it, just looks a little like lazy to me. And then obviously the other wrestlers got to slip better too. Like someone got to talk to The Rock on how to take a Stone Cold Stunner. Like, come on.
So it's a couple.
And you know what? And shout out to Stone Cold. It should still be the Stone Cold Stunner, not just the Stunner. It should be the Stone Cold Stunner.
It's a couple things that it's a couple people that I'm watching right now in WWE for real who I'm actually tracking like their progress of their career, and Seth Rollins is one of them too. And I want to talk about Seth Rollins real quick because he just got back recently in 2021.
I fucking hate that guy.
I was gonna ask you like what what about Seth Rollins do you hate? Jbino's obviously.
I feel like he a bitch for real. I just don't like.
Jbino's obviously a heel. This is the Italian heel of the century.
Oh yeah.
He hates everybody.
I'm The Rock when he came back as a heel, bro. When he came back with the helicopter entrance, remember the helicopter come up and he said, he didn't even say if you smell. He would just say, "Is cooking," and then he come out and he just rag on everybody. He would sing the songs against the crowds. Yo, when The Rock was the heel, I loved him the most. That was awesome.
This is
the best heel ever was The Rock.
This is the heel version of Jbino. Goes around calling everybody a jabroni.
My alter ego.
The pink bandana heel. Yeah.
The Rock as a heel, bro. Yo, that was genius.
Yeah. But
Stone Cold as a heel was genius. Both of those two, when you turn such a face into a heel, which is kind of what they did to Roman Reigns. But like Roman Reigns he wasn't good as a face. So you had to put him as a heel because he just didn't have the personality to be like that face guy. Like win the crowd over by being funny or being cool and making fun of people. He didn't have that.
Yeah.
So you had to make him a heel.
So going back to weights, you
couldn't rock the mic like that. You know what?
Going back to Seth Rollins, why do you despise?
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, that's all good. We segued a little bit, but going back to Seth Rollins, that was good though. Everything you said was like, valid to your opinion. But what do you feel about Seth Rollins? Like, why do you not like this guy?
I don't know why I don't like him. Honestly, I hate the way he looks. Number one, I just think he looks stupid. He looks dumb. I actually like. As a wrestler, he's good, man. He's got good moves. He's technical enough for me. I mean, personally, to run a good long match. It's just like, I don't like his mic skills, number one. I think he's annoying as fuck when he talks. Like, I just want to slap him, which is kind of what you want, but like at the same time, he'd be boring me to death. And then like, I don't know. He just doesn't seem like he's the guy. Like he just doesn't seem like he could do it. Like
right now,
I feel like I could beat him. I don't feel like I could beat The Rock or Stone Cold or you know what I mean. Like, but I could go in the ring and beat Seth Rollins myself. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I went on the I seen this post on the WWE for real, and they had Seth Rollins ranked pretty highly on that list. As far as SmackDown.
I saw that. Yo,
they got a new
Rollins. Yo, what?
They got a new structure where they come out with a tier structure on from A to like F or A to E or something like that on where the wrestler ranks currently in WWE in their respective division. And Seth Rollins was like on the A. I think he was an A level. Sasha Banks was an A plus. Roman Reigns was A plus. I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't know what Seth Rollins.
yeah, Sasha.
I don't know what Seth Rollins ranked, but he was above Kevin Owens for real. Now you think Kevin Owens is Seth Rollins? Do you think Kevin Owens is above Seth Rollins?
I think they could have a good beef, but I'd prefer Kevin Owens over Seth Rollins. You know what I like about Kevin Owens is he evolves his game. You see how many different finishers he's had over the years? He switches his finisher up.
Got the pop-up powerbomb. I like that pop-up powerbomb.
I like that too. That was a good starter. And then I think he actually asked Stone Cold if he could use the stunner, and Stone Cold was like, "Yeah, I'd be honored."
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
There's a story on that.
Yeah, Stone Cold stamped me and shit. I think Stone Cold probably looked at your work ethic and like who you are as a person to like be like, yeah, because he's not gonna let some random asshole just run off and just start stunnering people in WWE without his permission. Like, so
hell no. Nah.
But
hell no.
but switching it up real quick because going back to the people I'm tracking. Also, Randy Orton. I asked people on Instagram for real if Randy Orton is somebody who could join the conversation of people like The Rock and Stone Cold. Like, does he have that caliber of a character to be listed with The Rock and Stone Cold? And majority of the people say yes. It was like one no, and then like a majority yes. Like, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like
I love that
caliber?
Transition because Randy Orton is someone I hated at the beginning too. When he was in the Evolution, I thought he was pretty boy, whatever, and now he became the Viper and all this. He took the Diamond Cutter, made it the RKO, but he made it his own, which I do like. He made it his own, and he doesn't do it the way DDP did it. So I like that. And then he does all those cool ass reversals, and he sneaks up on you. Perfect finisher. Perfect transition into his own move, made it his own, which I really appreciate. Everyone should have, like, eventually, obviously, you got to start recycling these finishers, but like the way he did it to make it his own, I appreciate that. So, with that being said, and I'm going to piggyback back to the Seth Rollins thing, maybe he can win me over if he can do something like Seth or Randy Orton did. Where Randy Orton just made his own character. He just became himself. Like, instead of playing that pretty boy role shit, he became himself, the Viper. You know what I'm saying? And
so I'm assuming.
He a bad motherfucker too these days.
He is. I'm assuming by your answer, you were saying that Randy Orton can join the ranks of a Rock and a Stone Cold as far as.
Oh yeah, that was the actual question that
But your answers, the way you spoke about Randy Orton, gave me the indication that he is somebody that you could see being that guy.
On that caliber, man, he won me over. I hated him at first, and I think now, like, I fuck with him a lot. Like,
I got you.
He does some good shit nowadays, and I like that. You know, if you're gonna be a heel, man, you gotta be a badass heel. Like, you can't just be halfway doing it. One day you nice, the next day you mean. Like, nah.
He's the Messiah.
He's not the Messiah. You gotta be that mean. You gotta be that nightmare guy. Like,
he's the Friday night savior. Friday night savior. Monday night. He was the Monday night Messiah. Is that what he
started saying?
He was the Monday night Messiah on Raw. Then he moved over
Seth.
to Seth, and he moved over to SmackDown, and I think he's the SmackDown savior. I think he kind of kept the same character.
Man. Fuck that guy, yo. He's trying too hard, yo. Look, they already took him off of Raw. They put him on SmackDown. Now you over here being the savior. What's his finisher right now? He doesn't do the curb stomp anymore, does he?
I think the curb stomp is still his finisher, for real. From what I saw.
Because they banned it for a little while, if you remember.
I don't remember that, but thank you.
They did.
I didn't know that.
They were scared that like it was too dangerous.
Damn. For real?
Meanwhile, Undertaker's tombstoning people on their forehead.
The curb stomp. No bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah. As far as Raw though, McIntyre for real. Now, does he have the potential to reach? Do you think he's at his full potential? Drew McIntyre.
I want to ask a question before we answer this.
All right, go ahead.
Who's the number one contender? Do you know?
Number one contender for what?
For what's the Raw title? The Universal title they call it.
The Universal title is what Roman Reigns has. Yeah. So Randy Orton had not Randy Orton, but Roman Reigns has the Universal title.
McIntyre has.
He has the WWE championship, like it's the heavyweight championship. You know what I mean? It's a different name, same caliber, but the Universal sounds a little bit cooler because the universe is like some everywhere shit. You know what I'm saying?
They used to do that, and then it was World Heavyweight Championship for Raw, which was that WCW belt, which is, in my opinion, the best looking belt they ever had. I always liked that belt. But anyways, number one contender, you know who it is? And then Raw?
Well, I mean, going back to, if Edge chooses Drew McIntyre to go against, he's gonna be contending to get the fucking belt. If that's what you're asking, you know what I mean? Edge would be considered the number one contender right now based on the status of where everything is on the road to WrestleMania. You know what I mean? He would be the guy if he chooses Drew McIntyre. But other than that, Drew McIntyre is fighting Randy Orton right now, man. He could very well fucking get the belt again for like what I think the 15th time. Like I think this is gonna be his 15th time if he does.
For Edge?
Not for Randy Orton. If he fights Drew again between now and WrestleMania for the belt, I think it is 15. I'm not sure. I gotta look that up. But you know what I mean? I think
I don't even. So at this point, who holds the record for the most titles? Like how long they held, or how many times they held the title? Because I'm thinking it's got to be Triple H at this, or John Cena. John
Cena is definitely number one on that list, I believe. But we have Google. But it's John Cena.
The one thing that
Triple H, I think, is second. Triple H, I think, is second.
The thing about Triple H is he wouldn't keep winning it over and over again. He would hold that shit for like a whole year.
What was your question?
That's how you really hold the title, you know? Oh, you looking it up? I was gonna say you lost audio for a second.
The Rolling Pin podcast is only coming out with facts, and Ric Flair is actually number one.
Still,
based on what I'm saying, let me double check because I like to make sure my facts are straight.
Nah, Ric Flair's at like 14, I think.
Let me double check.
I think John Cena's at like 15, 17.
We're not supposed to know all people. For the kids out there, make sure you go to Google. If you need,
anytime you got a question, you Google that shit.
Make sure you fucking Google that shit. Because you don't want to be on here sounding stupid. Hold on. What was your question again? Let's make sure we type that in correctly.
Who has the most title reigns?
Give me some background music while I do this. Get
some background music?
Get an audience a beat or something.
Got you, yo.
Okay. Actually, hold on.
This is the hottest mixtape out right now. Wheezy. Yo, Lil Wayne is the GOAT, by the way. Sorry, wrestling fans. We're talking about Wheezy now.
Has Lil Wayne ever won a championship? Lil Wayne actually had a picture of him with a belt. Hold on, I got it right here.
Lil Wayne wins the greatest rapper of all time championship right next to Tom Brady as the quarterback. And I hate Tom Brady, but I love Lil Wayne. Can you still hear it?
Yeah.
Can't even blame him for eating some cat. Can't blame her for being a lesbian. He's trying to deal with them bones. 40 cal sit on my lap. This is between us through COVID-19 is the way that sociable crap. I see some strippers get jacked. It ain't enough making a clap. I know that you with your friends going crazy down, babe. Cause they keep asking where I'm at. Damn, babe. Sometimes they ask me, sometimes you lie, but I bet they know now. They ain't brazen. I ain't gonna trip cause your number black and that shit is ghost town. Baby! Wait. Well, these bitches BS and you let them know and all this and all that. Fuck it. I'm a new tables and stories about what we win. I know you be spying all in my comments. Moved out Miami, forgot about the Lammy. Neighbor just called me, I said you can have it. Cut that girl off, but I don't do no bragging. It wasn't me, man, it must have been Shaggy. She left from the table, won't jump in my casket. She running red, it wasn't me, man, it must have been Shaggy. What is you? Hold on, let Gary listen to this song.
All right, hold on. Can you hear me? Pause that real quick. Pause that real quick.
And then I deleted. Yeah.
Pause that. We back. All right, listen. So thank you, Jbino, for the brief intermission on music. Really appreciate that. Right now, based on what I'm saying, now this is WWE.com for everybody who really wants to know. Number one, Ric Flair, 16.
16.
Total.
Wow.
John Cena, 16 total. Now this is beside. Now they included Ric Flair's WCW championships too, I believe, in this.
Yeah, I don't think he ever won the championship in WWE. He was old as hell when he got.
No, he got two.
Damn, man, they hooked him up. That motherfucker. Remember how he looked when he was in WWE? He looked old as hell. He had the belly. I mean, he had abs, but the belly was still poking out. Like.
Yeah, John Cena's number 2, and then we got.
I never got that, yo. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
It's all good. And then Triple H number 3, and then we got Randy Orton around number 4. I think Randy Orton has 14 now. I thought he had 13, but that's WWE.com now. That's up to them if they update their shit. That ain't my fault. That's WWE fault. Make sure that shit correct. But based on what I read,
all right. Well, according to that list, they better put Randy Orton on number 1 because what kind of list was that?
Well, I mean, Ric Flair's been in the game.
Number 2, man. Everyone's over John Cena at this point. Like, get him off the books. Like, get him out of the history.
Out of history?
Fuck that guy. I didn't like him either, yo. I really didn't like John Cena one bit. He was too friendly. He was like Elmo wrestling, but always winning.
Was John Cena? Yeah, that's a good analogy. Was John Cena ever a heel? Was he ever a heel? Ever?
They started him with that that gimmick that he was a. Make sure you get the W in front of that.
Yo, come on, we got to blank that out.
Why? He was though. He was trying to be black, and then that wasn't him though. That wasn't his style, and they made him try to be like that, like rapping and stuff. I mean, maybe he raps, no problem, but they tried to make him act extra, like,
I wouldn't say the word somebody who is from another race who attempted to jump into something culturally irrelevant to the culture that he's in.
All right, so let's blank all that out and start over with.
Yeah, I would probably, I would change the verbiage on that.
Well, that was the word we grew up with when you were white and you try to be black.
Yeah, that's real. That's authentic. You know what I mean?
No one ever called me that because I was authentic.
I'm only providing
there because I was your boy. Like that was.
I'm only providing you an alternative, way of saying that. You know what I mean? But
But that is a valid point of why I didn't like John Cena. I thought that shit was dumb. Like, don't be who you're not, and he's not like that. He's a regular military white guy. Like
Now, I will say this to add to that, though. I don't think I was kind of stricken or shocked up when he did change from rapper, because that's the opposite ends of the extreme for real. Like if you really think about going back to your point, he was a rapper, and then he switched all the way over to active duty.
Yeah, he fucking clocked in all.
So I mean, that switch up was kind of that was a big switch. You know what I mean? That wasn't no minor switch. But
if you watch one of his documentaries, he actually says, if you notice, he started to turn his hat more and more to regular and blah 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 about how he became himself.
Yeah, John Cena he could get a nice commercial, with the Army. I just think I can see him jogging for the Army and then be him. You know what I mean?
He does have a lot of commercials.
Little promo, Army promo.
But I just think the way he started,
all that you can
goofy.
Be.
I like that character, but not for him. He's a big ass dude, trying to be, I don't know. And the thing was, you could tell, like, it was like, it made me uncomfortable to watch him act like that. Like, you could tell that wasn't him. Like, that's not who he is, you know?
I feel you. John Cena.
All right, come here.
Yeah. What
You
was
gotta
it?
go right now.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. We're gonna I'm gonna cut it right there. You know, thank you for sharing again. It was Jbino. I think we talked about a good amount of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was good. You covered a lot of ground for up to the road to WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
I mean, you chop it up, we can always add in.
Yeah, no. I think it's good. Thank you for jumping in, man, and really contributing to my podcast. I'm trying to get my story long. I'm trying to make more episodes on a weekly, so you adding to that. So that's always nice. You know what I mean? That ain't never wrong. So I fuck with you because of that.
Shout out.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me again on the Rolling Pin Podcast, man. You have a good one. Peace.